Flying to my mission was a lot of fun. I remember the last day in the MTC, me and my group of missionaries that were all going to Japan at the same time um, were we were all super duper excited. Didn't know what to think. We were all yelling at each other. We're gonna be in Japan today. We're gonna be in Japan today. We were super excited. Had to wake up at like 4 in the morning to finish packing and get everything out because we had to get on a bus that left at like 6 a.m. that took us to the front runner, which took us to the downtown, and then we took the tracks to the airport, and then from the airport we first flew to Oregon and then Japan, but I remember I was wearing a watch, and so I woke up at like 4 in the morning, and I remember throughout the entire process of traveling, my watch went around the clock more than 2 times. It's like more than 24 hours from when I woke up to when I got to Japan and when I went to bed at night. So then it comes to meeting my mission president, meeting my trainer. We actually got to Japan and we were there, and I think first when we got to Tokyo, we had a group of probably between 10 and 20 missionaries. And so at each place we went to, we lost a group of missionaries. At first, when we went on the front runner to the airport or something like that, we had like, I don't know, 100 missionaries that were going to all different missions in the world and stuff like that. And then we got to Tokyo, and we had to say goodbye to our missionary district, the people that would just been with for 9 weeks and stuff like that. And it was really sad it was exciting going to our missions, but it was like we were saying goodbye to family at that point, and they were going to Tokyo or to Sapporo, and it was just me, my MTC companion, and one sister missionary that were going to Sendai on that at that time. And so we had to say goodbye to a whole bunch of our friends, and we weren't sure exactly what we were getting into. We were pretty nervous, but back to how much time it took to get there, when we actually met our mission presidents and our trainer, I was exhausted, and I remember just being in a fog and just like everything looked new. I didn't understand anything. Everyone was speaking Japanese. My mission president had an interview with me and told me a bunch of things, and then the financial secretary of the mission told me a bunch of things and told me how to take care of the mission MSF card and how to spend my money and stuff like that. And then I had trainings on other stuff before bedtime, and then I slept in the mission home and then went to my area the next day. And I just remember not remembering anything that I was told in the mission president's interview or in the financial interview that I had. I just didn't remember anything. And when I got to my first area, I remember, well, when I landed in Japan, all the way to when I got to my first area, it was kind of overcast and rainy. And I'd heard a lot before my mission that it was going to be rainy in Japan and there was going to be a lot of rain. So when I got there and it was overcast and it was raining, and I went to my area and it was raining for several days, I just kind of buckled down and I was like, okay, 2 years, here we come. I'm going to survive 2 years in the rain. I'm never going to see the sun for 2 more years. Uh-oh, what am I going to do type of thing. And then when the sun actually came up on like the 4th day of my first week, I just remember being so excited. I was like, the sky's blue, I'm alive, I don't have to live for 2 years in a cloud. And I remember being excited, but also like kind of shocked that the sun rose at like 4 o'clock in the morning. And I remember the first day the sun actually came up, it came right through a giant window that crossed like one of our walls. And it's as bright as noonday almost at 4 a.m. And I woke up and I looked around and I was like, why am I still in bed? And I jumped up and I was running all over the place trying to get ready. I thought I'd slept in, and then I found my iPad and looked at the time and it said that it was 4:30, and I was like, what? 4:30? And then I had to take a couple pictures of the sunrise because of how high it was. It looked like it was like 9 o'clock in the morning. But just going to Japan, the first several weeks was just constant new experiences, and I don't know how to describe it other than it just kind of, I like got to the mission field and then woke up 4 months later, and like my mind was clear and I was like, what just happened? 4 months? Where was I? What was everything going on? But it was a crazy experience.